Welcome everybody to the 2020 Innovation Showcase, and I will go over quickly the agenda. But before I do that, I just wanted to thank everybody for being here, and thank you for all of your hard work over the course of the last few months. So, for those of you who don't know, we are a business incubator here at the Rec Innovation Lab. We're a very new incubator. We launched just as orders were coming down for everyone to shelter in place. So we got about 5 days on campus, and then we had to switch to virtual. And I think we've done a very good job in our switch to virtual. I think that everybody has really pulled it together, and we've gotten some amazing work done over the last few months. And you're going to see today what these students have been working on in a very challenging time, and with you know, at a time when a lot of people were just thinking, yeah, I'm done. I'm fed up. You know, the world is falling apart around me. These people decided that they were going to do something about it. They were going to solve some of the problems of society, and they were going to start companies. And they've just accomplished so much in such a short amount of time. So you'll get to see all of their pitches today. It's very exciting. I'm just thrilled about it. Quickly, I'm going to share the screen with you so that I can talk a little bit about what we're doing here today. So don't have a lot to share, just the agenda. I wanted to make sure that everybody has a good idea of the process and the format. So I will here in just a moment have the judges introduce themselves, and we have some amazing judges, just like we have amazing mentors in the program. Then we have the first set of team pitches go from 10:15 to 11. We are going to have a little break in between so you can get up, stretch, and get something to drink. We'll come back again to finish up the pitches, and then another break while the judges tabulate the scores, and then we will at 12:20 come back on and let everybody know who won what, which teams were awarded different prizes. And I really want to make sure that everybody understands, though, no matter what, everybody wins because they've done amazing things. And it's more about showing what they've done than competition. However, that said, we do have some pretty amazing prizes for the teams that do come in first, second, and third. We also have a pretty amazing mentors prize, and I'll share all of that with you as we get closer. But a little bit about the pitches themselves. As the teams are pitching, we will have a very short pitches, just a 2-minute pitch, and then immediately afterwards we will have questions from the judges. We're not going to have a whole lot of time for questions. I really want to encourage the entrepreneurs, when you're answering the questions, please answer them in 1 or 2 sentences. I will let you know if we go over a minute for a question. All we have is 3 minutes for questions afterwards, and we're going to do the questions right after the teams present. Then we will essentially move on to the next one. So it's going to go very, very fast, and not every judge will get a chance to ask a question at every, with every pitch. So do we have any questions before we move forward about the format or the structure or anything else? Okay. So, like I said, we have some really amazing judges. This program would not be possible without the people who participate in it. And I would say that, personally, the mentors have been just such a help, I know, to our teams, and help to me. And I think that's one of the best things about our program, besides all the amazing resources that the students get. I wanted to show you, maybe at the break, during the break, I'll show you some of the videos that they've recorded. They get to film commercials. They get to work with a grant writer to help them write grants to fund their companies. They get all sorts of amazing resources, but I won't go into that. I will. I'm going to pass it to the judges. So we do have 5 great judges. I'm going to start with Alex. And if you could introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are. And remember, everyone, you're muted as the default condition. So make sure to unmute your microphone when you're ready to talk.
Thanks. I'm really excited for everyone's pitches today. And obviously, you saw the videos. Everybody did a great job. So my name is Alex Waters. I'm the director of Connect All, the Jacob Center, which is the region's sort of first city-funded accelerator that focuses on low to moderate income and diverse founders. I guess a little bit about me. East Coast transplant background is mainly in ed tech, startups, and like a lot of early stage sort of entrepreneurship. So really excited to hear everyone's pitches and ask some hopefully good, thoughtful, tough questions.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. And Alex has been very, very helpful to me as I've been figuring out this process of running an incubator. And we have a standing weekly meeting where I basically just bombard him with questions, with tough questions, and he always has answers and puts me in touch with the right people. So I always appreciate that. So thank you, Alex. So next, I'll let Bob introduce himself. Bob Lynn, make sure to unmute yourself. There you go.
Very good. Well, hi, I'm Bob Lynn. I'm a local retired CEO from San Diego. I ran a company, MTI, for 28 years. Of course, I started at the age of 10, but no jokes. Okay. While we were based here in San Diego, our clients were all over North America. We had some unique offerings. So most of our clients were very large Fortune 500 type clients. For some perspective, we were strong in the IT sector. IBM and Microsoft were by far our 2 largest clients. But today, again, I'm retired. I sit on a few boards. I give a lot of time to a nonprofit in Carlsbad called New Village Arts, where I served as president for the last 3 years. And I'm really honored to be a part of this unique program. I think it's wonderful, and I'm really looking forward to hearing the pitches today. Thank you for having me.
We're so grateful. We're so grateful to have you here, and thank you so very much. Next, I'm going to introduce to you Vivek, and so Vivek is somebody who came onto the program at the beginning of the summer semester, and I feel like I've known him now for a very long time, even though it has not been that long. And I love his sense of humor, and he's just great to have around. Vivek, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Thank you, Tanya. Good morning, everybody. My name is Vivek Chabra, and I have done a few startups of my own, and mostly in technology space. I've also run businesses in semiconductor space, bringing Android and devices like Chromecast into the market. You must be familiar with. And now I'm an investor and also consultant in the space of 5G and robotics. So thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to be a judge on this panel.
Of course. Next, we have Bashani, who will introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Basha Navier. I am an attorney. I have my own law practice, which I launched about 7 years ago. I work with small businesses, and I also do estate planning. I have been practicing for over 10 years, so I am familiar with formation issues that entrepreneurs often run into, and that's what I generally help clients with. So happy to join today.
Thank you so much, Bashani, and thank you for not making me try to pronounce your last name, because I know I will get it wrong. And then the final judge that we have with us today is Rose, and Rose is with us from San Diego Angel Conference, and we're so grateful to San Diego Angel Conference for all of their support from the beginning with the REC. We've gone, and we were so lucky to be invited to actually attend the 2020 Angel Conference as guests. And the winner today of the pitch competition, they'll actually, we had a wonderful prize donated to us from SDAC, and their entry fee will basically be paid, and they'll have a chance to be prepared for the 2021 Angel Conference to actually present there. So that's really exciting. So thank you for that, Rose. And I'll let you introduce yourself.
Sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Rose Bolus. I'm also an attorney in San Diego. My primary practice is in commodity, securities, and financial services laws. Previously, I spent many years practicing law in-house for major corporations, financial institutions, and energy companies. I recently opened up my own law practice, and so I work with entrepreneurs, startups, small businesses, high growth businesses, and I'm very happy and excited to be here. Yes, I am a part of the San Diego Angel Conference and group of angels, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing the up and coming new companies through this program.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So, and thank you to all your judges. The judges do have their scorecards. They were able to see already. They've watched a longer version of the pitches that that you're going to be seeing today. We do have those available for those of you who do want to see them after the fact. We also have contact information of the entrepreneurs for those of you who need to reach out to the entrepreneurs. And we'll be able to share that with you. And then I did say, want to say one thing. So we are, a lot of people have been asking about this. This is totally virtual, and pretty much everything has been virtual here since we've started at the REC. But one thing that we are going to do, those of you who want to join us afterwards, for a socially distant little after party at Ambrosio 15. I will be putting in the address for those of you who want to join. It's not part of the event. I just want to make sure that that's clear. And so I'm just answering some of the questions that I'm getting here. And I think we're almost ready to go. So the first presenter that we have is going to be Karen with TrendBook. And Karen is a student from San Diego Miramar College. I was she's been in my entrepreneurship classes before, and then joined the incubator, and I've just loved watching her her grow and develop, and her ideas evolve, and she's always willing to learn, to listen, to iterate, and I'm just excited to watch her today. So if we have Karen, if you're able to share your screen. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Let me just make sure this is the right one, and it is perfect.
All right. So go ahead and take it away whenever you're ready, Karen.
Alrighty. Hi, my name is Karen Flagg, founder and CEO of TrendBook, an esthetician exclusive social education platform where jobs are created by empowering everyday estheticians to teach, learn, and network through each other for the betterment of the skincare industry. You would think with the US market is using 17 out of the $180 billion of skincare revenue that estheticians could easily find sustainable employment, but that is not the case. Most of my friends who I graduated with never used their license because they couldn't find employment without any experience. And the ones that did, they made minimum wage with low hours and barely enough hours to be considered part-time. But worst of all was after paying $10,000 to $12,000 for a 600-hour course, in the end, we all learned that we would not be taught how to do our jobs in the real world, and that continuing education would cost hundreds to $2,000 for a day course. Most girls quit the industry before they even start, and that they never tell you in school. Because we first target the service providers and then introduce the new users, we consider ourselves a two-sided market with a twist. So far, we've solidified a strong team. Our front and back-end developers are working on our first iteration, and we currently have an email list of 95 estheticians who are ready and waiting to beta test TrendBook. What makes us different is we focus on job sustainability, education, sustainability, and keeping the profits within the aesthetic community. Here is our social proof. If you would like to know more about the TrendBook team or could provide value in the form of introductions to CTOs, spa industry magazines, feedback, and more, we would love to hear and speak with you. stand with TrendBook in a mission to support the 70,000 estheticians in the skincare industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. So let's go ahead and open it up to the judges. Any of the judges have any burning questions that they'd like to ask?
I have a question for Karen.
Hi.
Karen, thanks for the great presentation. So quick one, how did you arrive at 50% of the SOM which you can address in your slides? And the second one is that, is this international or US only? And what's your cost of acquisition of a new customer?
So right now, I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch the first question, but to answer the second question, we aren't international yet. With this business model, we have the potential to expand into other industries that also follow the gig model and able to expand into international with other skincare providers in other countries. As far as our customer acquisition cost, we've gathered our data from running Facebook ads, which we have our hypothesis to where we have partial data. And basically what we're doing now is we're looking to gain data from our 95 estheticians that we've gathered from our ads and basically get that number. Our acquisition cost is estimated at the point because we only have partial data.
But you don't have that as part of the financial model yet.
The financial model?
Yes.
Yes, it is our two-sided marketplace. We plan to gain finances through advertising, mostly advertisements, and through sales with connecting with partnerships with different spa providers who sell modules such as machines as well as products. So that's the way we plan to gain finances.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And do we have other questions from the judges?
I had a question, but I didn't know if we could talk about stuff from the longer presentation or just keep it focused to this.
Sure. If you have a question to ask, go ahead and ask it.
So how did you arrive at the amount that you'd be paying, people would be paying per month? Because you mentioned that estheticians weren't making a lot of money. And so how did you get to the sort of $40 per month?
Right. So right now we haven't been able to get to the place where we can beta test for financials. We base the number off of what the lowest cost is, which estheticians currently pay for a day class. Currently, estheticians pay about $50 for an online course, just like a Zoom course, and it's one topic for maybe an hour or two, and that ranges anywhere up to $2,000 for a day course. They only learn one topic, and they're only taught that one sector. So we based our prices on, because we want to focus on affordability for the estheticians that make under $30,000, we've based our price conservatively under that number because it's less than what they're currently paying.
Thank you.
Sorry. Thank you so much, Karen, and thank you to the judges. I think that's it for time. I don't think we'll have time for another question there. So with that, thank you, Karen. Looks like we have next Billy, who's going to be speaking with us about her startup, All Source Events. And thank you, Billy. And whenever you are ready, we can, oh, and I just wanted to let the audience know, if you do have any questions from the audience, we will have some time, we should have some time at the end to answer some questions. And also, you're welcome to put them in the chat. And, excuse me, it might also help for, there's two views in Zoom if you're not comfortable with Zoom. There's the speaker view and the grid view. It's really helpful when the speaker's presenting to use the speaker view. So go ahead, Billy, whenever you're ready, you can take it away.
Hi, can you see my screen?
We can.
Hello, everyone. If you've ever planned an event, you know how difficult it is to find a diverse planning tool. Social event planners are forced to use multiple processes because there is not even one platform that covers everything needed. For example, Angela Q, a highly ambitious and productive event planner, uses 10 application platforms to coordinate events. She explained that it becomes almost impossible to keep up with all of them. Angela said to have one platform to rule them all that opens up a space where I can navigate all my client info and their events would be a dream come true. My name is Billy, and I am developing a simple yet powerful platform for the modern event planner and local businesses involved in the event industry. We have listened to what social event planners need and learned through customer discovery that event planners need to keep track of their time, streamline communication, and they need a better tool. We've designed ASE around meeting those needs. The market size for event planners in the US consists of 1.83 million events organized every year, producing $66.8 billion in labor income. 1.78 million Americans hold direct event management and industry planning jobs. The event planning professional has a growth rate of 10% from 2016 to 2026, which is higher than the average rate of all occupations tracked. The industry's direct GDP contributions of $115 billion is greater than the motion picture or recording industry. Moving forward, ASE also has the potential to achieve a high growth pattern in the global market. ASE needs mentorship to assist in understanding the technical aspects of framework and coding. Our software developer is currently building out the framework and infrastructure for ASE to be a fully functional platform. We are working fast to release an alpha version of the app in 2 months because many of these problems resonate with event planners I've talked to who want to be the first to use this innovative and revolutionary new tool. If you want to know more about our team, visit our website at allsourceevents.com. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Billy. Thank you. And do we have questions from the judges?
Yes, I have a question. What are your plans for having advertisement be a part of the platform, and what would you charge? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So with event planners, obviously they're going to use the app for free, and then we're going to be doing premium upgrades, pay per product, and yeah, well, and it's going to be a monthly fee as well.
Thank you.
This is Bob. I have a question, if I might.
Okay.
Hey, so the size of the platform is really ambitious. Any estimate to the amount of hours you're going to need for your first alpha, the first iteration of the platform? An estimate of how many programming hours?
I believe it may take 150 hours or up to 10 weeks.
Okay, thank you very much.
I have a question for Billy. Billy, thanks for the presentation. So this is a productivity software, basically. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so, and for a productivity software to bring so many partners onto this platform to make it accessible and fruitful, how do you plan to do it? Because I did not see much team behind it yet. And what's the timeline for that for you?
Well, I just put together a team. There's actually 9 people on our team, and we are doing website and Instagram and social media posts and some video ads. And so it's web-based.
Okay, and then how do you plan to bring the partners who will be, for event planning, my understanding you want to bring multiple different sources of partners into this, right? So that the event planner should be able to easily go from one point to another point to assess the services, correct?
That's correct. I'm going to have to do some footwork, and I'm working on a sign up now. So people are actually signing up, or event planners are signing up to be the first to use this app. Okay. So basically direct contact.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Great. And was there any other questions from the judges? Thank you, Billy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Excellent job. Excellent job. So next we have coming with us Isaac, who's going to be sharing information about his startup bridge. And he's already beta testing. He's gotten a lot done. It's really exciting. You know, I wanted to say also for the judges, I should have mentioned, if you can be updating your scores as we go, that would be wonderful. If you ever need a little bit more time from me, I have we do have a little bit of time buffered in there so that we can give you some more time to input your scores if you need them. I didn't mean to rush you, so if you need that time, please do let me know. And if not, I think we're going to go ahead and have Isaac share his screen.
All right, how you guys doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Isaac Javed, and I'm here to share Bridge, a social networking tool. So 5 is the number of social media accounts the average person has. 4 billion people around the world use social media. 3 hours every day is the average amount of time people spend on social media. 2 minutes is all I need to show you the disconnect between the users and their profiles online. And 1 location is where you can store all your information and connect your social media to your actual persona. Sorry. Hi everyone, I'm Isaac Javed. I'm the CEO and founder of Bridge. I started Bridge because I realized there's a disconnect when meeting new people. I hated asking for a person's username, and I never wanted to ask for more than 1 account. I realized this is really common and people don't often connect on many platforms at once because of the time it takes and the discomfort that comes when asking for someone's information. Because of this, we often only connect on 1 or 2 platforms, and we have no organization to what accounts we have and what accounts we still need to add. Bridge allows its users to display their contact information from many accounts and exchange them instantaneously using QR and NFC technology. They can also display this information as a URL where they can post anywhere or forward to anyone. After connecting, Bridge will keep the contacts the user adds in an organized list so that they're able to simply look up what connections they have and see what channels that they're available on. Our app is a freemium-based model. We allow users to use Bridge for free for up to 5 accounts. Premium users will not have advertisements, and they'll also be given the ability to choose to share the professional or personal profiles. They will also be able to select from a larger list. We're estimating this to be 20 plus. So far, we have over 9 supported. We will eventually begin working with a business-to-business model, which will connect companies to their customers. We are here today to find resources that can accelerate our growth and help us create greater impact on the market. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Isaac. Appreciate that. Questions?
So I have a question for Isaac. Thanks, Isaac. Good idea, but I want to ask you something. You talked about you're going to do B2B, right? Or B2C, correct?
Yes, initially we're going to do B2C, and then eventually we'd like to do B2B.
Okay. And for B2C, you also talked about in longer presentation about the ads as well, right, in there? So yeah. In terms of once you do the transaction, is it, once we have a transaction through a QR code or NFC, which is a connectivity or a user unique identifier, is all the social networks will get synced up across the board?
No, so what it will do is you create a platform or you create a profile on the app similar to Instagram, anything. And then within that profile, you can choose what links that you want to put in there or your usernames. And then when you add that contact, if you don't have the app and you scan my QR code, it would still pop it up in a URL and it would say Isaac Javed and it would show all my contact information. I'm also going to put that in here as well so you can kind of see what that looks like. If you do have the app, it'll add me as a friend and then you can go back, look at me anytime you want, see what channels I'm available on. And these are the channels that I added on there, the channels I chose to share.
Okay, very quick one question I know. What's the customer acquisition cost?
So we're still working that out. We haven't spent any money on gaining any customers yet. So far, we have a list of over 40 initial customers, and this has just been word of mouth, talking to businesses. So we still have to work on that number and figure that out.
The app is not still there right now, right?
The app is almost completely built out. We are planning to launch late August, early September.
Thank you.
Other questions?
Yeah, I had a quick question. So you mentioned sort of the problem of people connecting with other individuals and keeping sort of everything in order. But in the other presentation, you had it where it was sort of focused on career. So I just wanted to clarify, like, is this just for sort of social, or is this for sort of another purpose for the users?
Okay, so that exactly goes kind of what our premium model is. So for the average person, it's free. You can have up to 5 profiles. We're estimating that this is going to be the normal person using this to socialize, go to a party, I don't know, be at a dinner, whatever, use to share their normal information. For people that actually use networking for the professional lives, we offer the premium account. So you can choose to share a personal or a private profile with them. So essentially you'd have 2 QR codes and 2 accounts inside of one. Does that kind of explain your question?
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to ask a quick one. How do you plan to seed your app? Because typically this is something awareness has to be in the marketplace. And what I understand is typically you have to have at least 20,000 users before somebody starts noticing properly on an iOS platform.
Sorry, you kind of disconnected in the very beginning. What was your initial question?
How do you plan to seed the app on an app store?
Oh, like how do we plan to start our initial marketing with this?
Right.
Or how do we plan to upload it?
Right.
So eventually we're going to start by targeting college students, particularly freshmen, because we feel like a lot of them feel robbed almost of their freshman year. I know I go to San Diego State and a lot of the freshmen there can't actually go to school. They're all online, they're all at home, and they would love a way to connect. So what we're going to start doing is creating groups. And so inside of it, there could be a freshman class of San Diego State, and all those students could see kind of who's in there and also be able to access each other on platforms and start connecting with each other. Because we feel like a lot of them really want to have that kind of experience. And that would be a really easy way to gain a lot of users.
Yeah, thanks.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Isaac. Yep, so now we have, as the judges are tabulating the score, if we could have Team MedAlert go ahead and set up their pitch deck. All right, wonderful. And if we are ready, are we ready to go? If I don't hear any objections, I think you can go ahead and take it away, Vedant, whenever you're ready.
All right. Good morning. My name is Vedant Nahar, and I'm the CEO of MedAlert. A few months ago, one of our founder's close family friend unfortunately passed away due to an overworked nurse causing accidental error because of high levels of stress and burnout. This is why we created MedAlert, a task delegation app that lets nurses create and delegate tasks in real time and on the go. We provide an easy-to-use and sleek UI interface to make navigating through the app seamless. MedAlert's market includes about 22,400 nursing facilities, or a $269 million market, using electronic health records, or EHRs for short. We let nurses streamline day-to-day activities and improve facility teamwork, decreasing chances of any stress or fatigue. We get rid of the whole carrying around a 5-pound binder and verbally delegating tasks, and replace it with MedAlert, which is easier to use and more time efficient.
Let's walk you through a typical scenario. This nurse is walking down the aisle when they notice that one of their patients in the facility needs a shingles vaccine now and they can't attend to it at the moment. We provide a quick and easy way of creating and delegating this task. You can navigate to the Create New Task interface and create a task and add it to a common interface for other nurses around the facility to view and claim. They fill out basic information such as the title of the task, a task description, patient name and task location, a task urgency, a task start time, an estimated time, and a task category. They can review the information and finally add it to the task pool. Now the task can be claimed by another idle nurse in the facility, and they'll receive a notification regarding it.
In the end, we need the support of nurses. We would really appreciate any contacts to nurses or nursing facilities to help better our product. Please send us this information via email. Thank you.
Great job. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And just so the judges do know, the team MedAlert is one of our teams, the cohort that are all made up of pre-college age students. So they're high school before. In fact, Vedant is actually, what grade are you in, Vedant?
I'm going to be a rising sophomore at Scripps.
He's a freshman in high school, right? They did such a great job. So that said, any questions from the judges?
I I have a quick question. Is there going to be voice recognition capabilities as nurses and doctors, move quite quickly, and so there's a lot of chicken scratch on their notes in their big binders?
Yeah, so we plan to implement the voice to text feature. Yeah, so we will definitely be adding that to our app.
Awesome, thank you.
I have a quick question, if I can.
Yeah.
Hey, so from your task pool, how are you planning on monitoring execution? We put the task there, but then how do we know it got executed upon?
So basically, when the nurse puts it in the task pool, the task remains the nurse's until another nurse claims it. So that's still the nurse's responsibility, but you're essentially giving the option for another nurse to pick it up. And they'll receive a notification at a certain time to make sure that it's completed. And if it's not completed in a certain time, it like notifies the people in charge. So yeah.
Excellent, excellent, thank you.
And we also implemented this feature where if a task hasn't been if the task hasn't been claimed in 5 minutes above the task start time, the task will auto delegate back to the nurse, and they will get a notification that the task has not been claimed, as Ankit said.
I have another follow-up question.
For sure.
So I'm a lawyer, obviously, and I think of things that could possibly come up. And one idea I have here is when you try to sell this wonderful idea to a company, a nursing home or facility, one of the concerns I would have is liability. Have you guys thought about how you would sell through the concerns with creating extra liability for an institution or an organization who adopts your technology?
Well, so I think in many cases, we reduce the liability of nursing facilities or market, because I'm not sure if it actually answers your question, but so it kind of reduces the liability, because many of the medication errors that do occur, or any of the accidental errors or medication errors, anything that occurs in a facility, our app is designed to eliminate those and really increase the productivity.
Also adding on, I don't know if this helps, but a lot of like nurses and doctors use like paper such as like sticky notes, and obviously there's no liability with that. So we would have it somewhat as like a more of a reminder service, and then less of they can be liable for it. I don't know if that clarifies, but.
I also had a concern as an attorney. First of all, congratulations on being here at such a young age. It's a fantastic idea. My question is, how are you going to make sure that there's privacy concerns? How are you going to make sure that it is HIPAA compliant when you have a product where you're listing a patient's full name and what's going on with the patient? How are you going to ensure no one's hacking your system?
So we've actually spent a lot of time doing research on HIPAA security and following like the technical safeguards. So we're planning on having like encryption, decryption mechanisms, software to monitor data transfer, and backing up all the information on a cloud to make sure that no breaches occur like that. So privacy-wise, we made sure that we comply with all the HIPAA rules.
And to add on to what Ankit said, we have every time the nurse wants to use the app, we have a login page. So the nurse would have to log in every time before they would use it. And we are also looking into Face ID recognition and Touch ID and seeing how HIPAA would play with those.
Thank you.
Good job. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. So with that, I will ask the judges if you can go ahead and input your scores while Paula sets up to present. And the next team that's presenting is it's Cloud Club Collective. I always have trouble with the Cloud Club Collective, but beyond the name, I love everything else. It's just a wonderful, wonderful company, and we're excited to have Paula share what she's been doing in this innovative space. So whenever you're ready, Paula, you're welcome to start.
Thank you. Hello. Well, in this hyper-connected world, information overload is leading to stress and anxiety, and it's blocking our creativity. A recent survey found that nearly 60% of Americans reported they're not living up to their creative potential. Millions turn to mindfulness and productivity apps to de-stress, but disconnecting is one thing. Reconnecting to our innate creativity is also essential. To solve this problem, we've designed a digital toolbox that's for personalized creative development, where we guide your imagination to help you catalyze your new ideas. Our MyCloud Club app makes it easy for you to track, to capture, to edit, and to share your thoughts with the world. We've identified around 8 million in America that are in our target demographic who already download mindfulness apps, who also identify as feeling creatively unfulfilled. By tapping into just 6% of this market, we have this opportunity to generate $1 million in revenue. Our freemium business model will take the funneling opportunity from popular content streaming websites, funnel it into our free and premium model of our app, and also provide the opportunity for us to donate to our core cause, which is developing the creative potential in students by bringing daydreaming to schools. Our diverse team of daydreamers is deeply dedicated, and also we're deeply experienced in creativity, in strategies for scaling, and in education. Now, in just 18 months, we've gone from imagining the solution at a design jam to testing in schools, and also to test with over 1,000 people. And now today, with the incredible support of the REC and many others, we're building our MVP, we're preparing to launch in the fall, and our beta test in the fall, and we prepare to launch for our complete app in January 2021. Of course, we're looking for opportunities to grow. We need a CTO, we need other opportunities to pitch, and we're looking for mentor and partner connections. My name is Paula Intravaya. I'm a co-founder of Cloud Club Collective. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Paula. Do we have questions from the judges?
I have a question for Paula. Paula, thanks. I think this kind of application is very much necessary in today's stressful world. But your assumption of making $1 million off of 6% of the platform, 6% of the customers, does not include the revenue share which is needed for the app hosting platform like iOS. I assume that's what you're putting in, right? Because they typically take 20 to 25% of the services revenue.
Correct. So that would be in generated revenue, not in shared with the hosting platform.
Okay, and why would a user come to your platform versus going to somebody else like Calm or so? Because in your longer presentation, you talked about it has it works with in the middle and intersection of Calm versus Asana, for example, from productivity perspective. Can you elaborate on that?
Sure, I'd be happy to. So mindfulness and productivity apps help you to focus, but they do not develop your creative potential. So daydreaming has been studied in research labs, and also we experience daydreaming and other creative mindfulness exercises that are not being tapped into currently. So what we do is we tap into both the de-stressing and bringing productivity while activating your imagination to take those ideas and then put those ideas into action.
Thank you.
Do we have any other pressing questions?
I just had one really quick one. So you said that you had already tested it out with 1,000 people, but you're building the product. So can you explain a little bit of that? Like, what was the testing that you did?
Sure, we had very basic audio guides that we used, just that they would access through an iPad.
Gotcha. Thank you.
And our website. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Paula. Appreciate that. So if the judges can go ahead and input their scores, that would be great. Next, we have Ilan will be presenting from OG Technologies, Upgrade Technologies.
Yep.
And judges, did you need any more time, or are you good with time? I think we're good. You can start when you're ready.
All right.
Okay.
In the US market alone, $3 billion is spent on camping gear each year, while the entire international off-grid market is worth $19 billion. We're off-grid technologies, and we created the off-grid charger, or OG charger for short. The OG charger is a portable charger that keeps your devices charged anytime you don't have access to the power grid, such as when you're camping, fishing, or during a blackout. To accomplish this, our fully functional, patent-pending design incorporates 4 different charging methods: a water wheel, solar panel, hand crank, and wall input, which combined with an integrated battery ensures reliable charging anytime, anywhere. Between our team and advisors, we have the engineering, promotion, financial, and legal expertise to ensure our company is successful. With the money we've won from local and global pitch competitions, we've developed a fully functional prototype, begun testing it, and have incorporated in Delaware. We plan to promote the product through camping influencers, web affiliates, social media, Amazon ads, and trade shows. Marketing, combined with our 64% gross margin at a price point of $180 per charger, ensure that we will quickly become profitable. To increase customer lifetime value after their OG charger purchase, we will launch our line of OG accessories in 2021, then the OG generator a year or 2 later. In order to put our product in the hands of customers, we're asking for help in getting the word out about our product and connecting us with angel investors. And finally, here at Off Grid Tech, we give back to the global community and the great outdoors by allocating 10% of our profits towards donating OG chargers to impoverished communities lacking power. By expanding the reach of the power grid with clean, sustainable energy, we allow our customers to camp with confidence and pay it forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Questions from the judges?
I have a question. Who would you consider your competitors currently or up and coming, and how do you distinguish yourselves from those? Because I think I might have seen similar products out in the market today.
Yeah, so we have 2 main competitors, Goal Zero and Water Lily. And Goal Zero makes the Nomad solar panel, by the way. So Water Lily creates a fully hydroelectric charger. Goal Zero creates a bunch of different solar chargers. But you can see from like the table, no charger on the market combines both hydroelectric and solar chargers. In addition, we have a built-in battery and emergency power generation with a hand crank. So we offer more features than the others.
Hi, Elon. I have a question for you. Unlike a lot of the other business models presenting, you can't iterate here, right? Out the door, this product mechanically has to work. Have you thought about environmental testing, setting up a testing protocol for your prototypes? And what engineering support and expertise do you guys have? Because again, this is what I sometimes call a one and done. If you come out with a superior product, you're good. If not, the reputation falls away.
Yeah, so thank you for asking that question. So I deal with like the mechanical engineering side of things, product development, the physical design of the charger, and manufacturing. So right now we're actually preparing to beta test. We're ready to crank out charger shells, and we have the electronics all set up. So to validate our assumptions, we're building like a few different chargers with slight variations. It's like maybe 3 or 4, and then sending them out to not our family, but people we know and trust who can test the charger. We'll implement their feedback in beta testing and then repeat that cycle until people agree on a version of the charger that they love. And then from an electronic side of things, our expertise is Shreyas, who's a part of our team. He and his dad are both adept at electrical engineering. His dad is an electrical engineer. So that's where we design our circuit board and stuff like that.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Any other questions from the judges? Thank you, Elon. Appreciate it. Wonderful. Okay, so we have next, Brennan, if you want to go ahead and set up your screen while the judges are inputting rather their scores.
Can everybody hear me okay?
We can. And whenever you're ready, you're welcome to start.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Brennan Pearson, and I'm the founder and CEO of Veris Advising. Our company defends college and university students when they are accused of misconduct. We are independent from schools, and we provide an affordable way for students to have an advocate during these types of situations. in the United States, there are 17 million students approximately in higher education. Our market is 1% of that, approximately. And if we were to charge those 170,000 students only $100, we would have a $17 million annual revenue. So our value proposition, most of these students will be freshmen and sophomore. They are young, they're inexperienced, they don't know the system, they might not know where to find the resources, and might not get referred to the correct places. They might want to be independent, and so they won't have a lot of money to spend. So we provide that perfect fit solution for them, and we are tailoring our solution to the students. So we've made a lot of headway, a lot of progress. We have our MVP ready to go currently. Our website is up. We have an intake form for when we have a student come to us, and we have a brand new website being coded right now. We have our advisor-student contract prepared, and our business model will be a single purchase model, or we will try to do contracting with schools. So we have somebody on our team doing logo design right now. We have somebody helping with marketing, and we have someone doing the web developing and coding. So what we need right now, what's most important is team members, team members, team members. We are looking, if you have a gift with marketing or branding, those are really significant for us because marketing, to bring awareness about this to the students, this resource is important. We are looking for someone in tech and also an outreach coordinator. I personally like to have mentors, and so we're looking for mentors and also money for necessity purchases. And thank you. You guys can connect with me here or follow our progress. I have my personal LinkedIn, and affordability, accessibility, and support.
Thank you very much, Brennan. Appreciate that. So questions from the judges.
So I have a question for Brennan. Brennan, in your longer presentation, maybe this one too, you talked about $100 fee, right? Per transact, is it per transaction, or this is a monthly? How do you charge?
So this would be per case, start to finish, not including like appeals, right?
How many sessions for the case?
Usually like meeting 3-4 times, and then so we'll be starting regionally, so we might be attending meetings, but if we're not in person at the meetings, then it would be like 3 to 4 meetings like virtually.
Do you think that pricing is good enough for something like this? Because that will be too low if you have 3 or 4 meetings for $100.
Right. So something that needs to be tested more is price point. Just giving a minimum value of $100 per case. The intention was show the value of the $17 million potential of annual revenue. But yes, I agree that increasing, we need to find the balance between what's affordable and what would give us a competitive advantage over attorneys, and then also that we would be making enough so that bringing people on people would be interested in joining our team as advisors.
I have a question. Being an attorney, obviously I'm licensed in the state that I practice. How do you ensure that your advisors are not somehow partaking in the unauthorized practice of law, especially when you're mentioning that, you know, you're comparing yourself to pricing for a lawyer versus going with somebody as in your company? So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the language is pretty clear in like almost all of the universities we've seen so far that it's strictly, we are an advisor. Attorneys actually aren't even allowed into the room. So, and also we aren't representing the students. Students, at least with the CSU system and a couple others, the advisors aren't allowed to speak on behalf of the students. But we believe that the advising and advocacy is really important. And so even if we're just speaking for the students, like to for their rights, or we're speaking up for them, but not on behalf of them, we're going to make it very clear. And we're also working on a training program to make sure that everybody that we bring on board will be trained and aware, aware of those lines.
Thank you. Thank you. So do we have maybe just one more quick question?
I had a question. How are you going to pay for the person who's going to be advocating for the student?
Right, so we're working on like a 75-25 split, similar to Uber. Our scaling plan will kind of be like an Uber type of fit where we'll be matching people in the communities around each university to the students. So the advisors would get 75% and we would be taking 25%.
So your calculation of your profits is actually 25% of what you stated.
Of the 17 million, yes. So it's about 4.5 million.
I think the profit will be much lower because you have to have operating cost as well, correct, Ben?
Right. So like deducting insurance and other common business expenses, but in terms of the overarching untaxed revenue, it'd be 17 million total incoming, and then after paying advisors, it'd be about 4 to 5 million.
Well, 4 to 5 million is your operating revenue, right? And from there, you might have a net profit of 5 or 10% of that, depending on how you build your model.
Bingo, correct.
Good. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. With that, we are right on time, and we're able to take a little break now. I would like to once again thank all of the judges for all of your input. I'm going to, while we're at break, you're welcome to, get up, move around. We're going to have the opportunity, we're going to show some of the videos that the students have been making, some commercials that they've been making. We also have, a couple of students and mentors who want to make some announcements, but we'll start again at 11:15. We'll start the pitches again. So if you want to get up and go, we'll see you back here at 11:15. And Claudia, did you want to make an announcement really quick?
Hi, sorry, I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes alone, if it's possible.
Oh, after, yeah, we can do this after.
Yeah, after, of course.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. Did anybody else have any announcements? I saw a couple of people in here wanting to, no. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys some videos then. So those of you who are still here with me during break, the students have been making amazing commercials, and I just kind of wanted to show some of them. And this is not part of the judging, but I just thought it was, they're so good. They're so good. And we've been working with, well, for the videos, we've been working with Mike Clark from We Are Kingdom. We've also, there's all these other resources that the students have. They've been working with workforce partnerships on getting coders and developers paid for it to help them build out these companies. They've been working with OmniSync on the grants. Let's watch a video here. Let's see which one. Well, we already looked at TrendBook. We'll start with TrendBook's video. Optimize that for sharing.
Hi, my name is Karen Flagg, founder and CEO of TrendBook. TrendBook is an esthetician-exclusive social education platform that creates jobs by empowering everyday estheticians to teach, learn, and network through each other for the betterment of the skincare industry. I have spent 7 years witnessing estheticians struggle with unstable or non-existent employment, unsustainable hours and wages, and 5-figure debt from subpar schools that still leave estheticians with the need for continuing education they cannot afford. Estheticians of all skill levels deserve affordable continuing education and to get paid for their knowledge and expertise. You can help us by showing your support. If you've ever been interested in being an educator, expanding your knowledge in aesthetics, or simply wanting to be a part of a platform that promotes mentorship, connection, and networking, please join us. And don't forget the 3 E's TrendBook stands by: employment, education, estheticians. Thank you.
So cool. So cool.
I had a quick question. Any interns that are still here, or announcement, any interns that are still here, I sent you guys a link for something very important. Please, please, please answer that. Thank you.
How did you send that, Stephen? Was it an email or
I
what?
sent it through an email, and I also sent it privately to you guys on the Zoom chat.
Great, wonderful. So I'm going to keep showing videos if that's okay. You guys can hear them all right and see them okay? May as well. We'll keep doing them.
Yeah, they're good.
Imagine you just start driving for the very first time. Your hands clench up at the wheel and can feel your anxiety building up within you. You're so scared you can make one small wrong move and crash. But don't worry, you are not alone. 40% of teens and 25% of young adults are actually scared to drive on the road. And the perfect answer for them is VirtuRoad. Our product is a VR driving simulator that allows new, nervous drivers to practice in the comfort of their own home. Using realistic vehicle components, VirtuRoad allows the user to practice any driving scenario in a real-life location without any risks. We are a young group of student entrepreneurs ready to launch our company.
As teens ourselves who have experienced the same situations most teens feel on the road, we wanted to help them as well as their parents feel more comfortable when it comes to driving in new situations. And so VirtuRoad is the perfect product for them.
And as we always say, be safe, be confident, VirtuRoad.
All right. Let's see here. Might have to come back to this one.
Hey guys, so you might not care about the unicycle, but do you care about saving the environment, saving money, and helping local businesses? Well, check out our company. It's called Till, and we help restaurants sell food at the end of their business day so that they don't have to throw it away.
Hi, my name's Jordan, and I'm a student out here in San Diego. I came across this app called Till. I was just scrolling through Instagram, and it basically just helps you find really awesome deals. I just got this pizza for over half off.
I came across this app called Till on the App Store, and this thing is amazing for anybody that's college age or somebody like me that has a family to be able to partner up with restaurants around town. Instead of throwing out their food, they actually give it to me for cheaper.
It's really great because you're also helping participate in decreasing food waste in San Diego.
Everything's right here that you need. All it does is I get a QR code, I go to the restaurant, I show them, and bam, there's my food.
And alongside just getting a really great deal on food, it also helps bring attention to small businesses in San Diego, especially through such a hard time.
To me, this is a win-win. Go check it out, Till, they're amazing.
So go ahead and just check out the Till app on the App Store and get great deals for a great cause. And I hope that it'll help you as much as it's helped me.
Hey, we're Till. Download our app today and get some great deals on food. All right, that was it. Can I get down now, guys?
No.
This is kind of scary up here, dude.
I'm okay.
I love that in that video where he says, "I'm okay," right? So we have one more. Show you guys since we're on a roll. I think there's actually more than this, but. Let's first go back here. We'll come back to that one.
My name is Ben Shapiro, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of TekMate. Ever since I built my first computer at 12, I have been a technology geek. Throughout high school and college, I worked as an independent technician, helping people in San Diego and Coronado. And my primary customer was my father, who is a 73-year-old. And I noticed that a lot of the other people I worked with were from the older generations. My other co-founder, Mike, taught technology to people at his local VA. And we both noticed that there were a lot of problems with older adults being able to use and take advantage of modern technology. So we came together through the SDSU Law and Entrepreneurship Program and built our team to tackle this problem. We're building an intergenerational platform that connects older adults and seniors with tech-savvy college students and young adults for technology training. And we're on a mission to empower people to live healthier, happier, and more productive lives through technology. To do that, we've built a platform where you can get one-on-one remote support through audio or video chat like Zoom and connect with our team to work through your problems and get some training done. We've made sure that our website is super simple and easy for you to use. You can go to our website, www.wearetekmate.com, and check out our homepage and see the services that we provide and a bit about our team. If you want some more info, you can go to the About Us page and check out our personal biographies and why we started this company. You can also view our blog for some free articles and things like how to connect with loved ones during COVID, how to get food and supplies delivered during COVID, and more. Or if you'd like to schedule an appointment with one of our team, you can click the Book Now button and fill out the form, call the phone number, or send us an email. Thanks so much for watching our video. If you'd like to join us in our mission of bridging the digital divide and the generational gap, please reach out to us and we'd love to work with you.
So cool. So cool. Go back to the beginning here. So just so you know, on that one, they just started filming that. That's Billy's. And so that's just a little teaser of what's to come for her video. And yeah, those are the videos that we've been filming over the week or so. Did I miss anyone's video? Do we have anybody out here who has a commercial that they've already finished? They want to
Off-grid text commercial. That was.
Oh yeah, yeah. Here, let me pull that one up. Oh, I didn't have it in my list. I didn't have it in there. Let's see. Do you want to put it in the, would you mind putting it in the chat?
Oh, sorry, Tanya. Actually, Mike Clark got back to me a few hours ago and said it's finished. Okay. So you just want his We Are Kingdom. You could probably. Okay.
Yeah, I'll pull yours up. I'll show OGTs and then I'll come back and show yours. Awesome. Oops, I better share my screen again.
The off-grid charger, or OG charger for short, is a portable charger that keeps your devices charged anytime you don't have access to the power grid, such as when you're camping, fishing, or during a power outage. Every time you buy an OG charger, we donate 10% of our profits to those in need of power. We expand the reach of the power grid with sustainable, clean energy. 1 in 9 people across the globe lack access to electricity, which is critical to escape poverty. Your OG charger purchase directly improves lives and communities. Imagine you've been paddling down a river for days to take a beautiful photo of a waterfall. You You take out your phone to snap the perfect shot, but your phone is dead and you can't capture the moment. Now, imagine that you're hiking through the desert, and when you need a call for help, your satellite phone is out of battery. Later, you are traveling through a marsh and your GPS dies, leaving you completely lost. You can venture out on your next trip worry-free with the OG charger. The current solutions to these problems, pre-charged battery packs and solar chargers, don't meet all the needs of consumers. Pre-charged battery packs are useful for storing power, but they can't be recharged without an outlet. This makes them useless on multi-day trips because they're depleted within a couple of days. Solar panels have the opposite problem. Though they can recharge devices in direct sunlight, they can't charge devices overnight and don't have a battery pack for on-demand charging. The OG charger excels at both storing power and recharging devices. You can start your trip off with a full battery by plugging the OG charger into a wall outlet or car socket. No matter where your trek takes you from there, you'll be able to keep your devices charged with the OG charger. The water wheel provides power in a stream or river. The solar panel provides power while walking, and the hand crank provides power in an emergency situation. In addition, the OG charger is very portable, as it weighs just 2 pounds and is roughly the same size as a 1-liter water bottle. It can be clipped onto a backpack or placed inside the backpack's water bottle pouch. The OG charger combines 4 different charging methods with a large built-in battery pack, all in a portable package the size of a water bottle. Purchase your OG charger to camp with confidence and pay it forward.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's see here. So we should have now in the chat, we should have Billy's video. Oh, so Billy, you were saying you don't have the video, you just have.
Well, he actually texted me the video. That's it right there, actually.
Okay. All right. So we have time to watch this last video before we get started again. And then when we come back, it will be, John, you're going to be presenting when we come back. So.
Hi, my name is Billy, and I'm in the process of creating an all-encompassing event management application for professional event planners. This is an all-encompassing event management application geared toward professional event planners. It is also a central self-guiding app for local businesses who already are or want to be involved in events. If you've ever planned an event, you know how hard it is to find a diverse planning tool. 5 years ago, there were no apps geared toward event planning. Now they make apps specifically to integrate other apps. The problem is the processes. What they need is to be able to track their time, they need to streamline their communication, and they need better tools to keep track of their work. We've designed ASE around meeting that need. ASE is unlike any tool used in the past by social event planners. It is an open space with seamless navigation geared specifically toward the modern event planner. It is valuable because it allows access to one common platform for the event planner, their team, vendors, and local service providers, as well as businesses to work together from end to end. Thank you for watching. For more information, go to allsourceevents.com.
Great job, everybody. I just absolutely love those videos. And, you know, I think I wish I could have showed the videos for all of the teams. We just started making them, but I mean, I'm glad we could show what we had and just show you an example of some of the cool resources that these students get when they're at the rec. So
it was very impressive. That's my first time with you. Really impressive, really great job.
So it's not just me. Sometimes I wonder if I'm just scared or something. Yeah. Thanks, Bob. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. So great. It looks like we should be ready to go. John, you look like you have everything ready to go. Are you ready to go ahead and share your screen?
I am.
Good. So we are right on time. I'm proud of us. We're staying right on our time, and we should be ready to go. And whenever you're ready, you can take it away.
All right, thank you, Tanya. Hello, everyone. My name is John Gould, and I'm the founder and CEO of Sports Recruiting 365.
a web app that will provide student athletes with an in-depth sports profile that allow them more recruitment opportunities and the ability to gain more collegiate recognition, leading to possible recruitment. This will be just a quick profile page of kind of what they're able to see. This is our off factor. The player bio page will really give a one-stop shop for coaches to look with player attributes, academics, awards, ranking, and coaches' contacts. The follow-on page will kind of be like their resume, their player profile resume that tracks them throughout the year they've played on varsity. Our secret sauce was going to set us apart from everyone else is that social media integration, where the student athletes and coaches will be able to email and direct message through this app. Our market size is going to be about 880 colleges with football programs, 14,500 high schools, and over 1 million student athletes. We're going to be a B2B and also a B2C. We're also going to have low subscription payments and price features for additional costs. Also advertising on the web app. We're looking at over about a $50 million business after everything is said and done. We're looking for feedback on social media strategies, introductions with university football coaches and or athletic directors. Down the road, we'll be looking for investor connections. We'll also be looking for a CTO to help maintain and improve the web app. Also, we were also invited to 2 showcases for student athletes that do not have any scholarships. So I was invited through social media to come out and just help with those student athletes. And thank you everyone for your time today. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Appreciate that. So judges, questions for John.
So I have a question, John, thanks for the presentation. So you're building a basically social media platform for the students in universities. Why only focus on football? That's one. And the second is that social media can be added to other platforms as well, which are existing in your competition, the long slides. Can you elaborate on that, why they have not done that so far, in your opinion?
Yes, sir. That's a great question. So right now I'm focusing on the football because that is my background. Once we get a solid platform, I will be extending to all sports. With the social media, with the other businesses, they try to keep it more as that agent of you have to go through them, and that's what you're really paying them for, is you build a profile, you pay me, and then I will send your profile out to all the different colleges.
And this way you will be able to give a consolidated profile on your platform to all the colleges as well as to all the recruiting agencies, correct?
Yes, so after doing my customer research, talking with the student athletes and high school coaches, the big problem is there's no connection. It's really, I have to send my info out and hopefully you're sorting through all your emails and maybe my name comes across that you've noticed, or just a word of mouth. So you think of it as, if you're the CEO, you have millions of emails that you have to funnel through. At least here, they're able to just talk one-on-one.
If nobody else has a question, but do answer about how would you ensure the validity of the information on your platform, because you could be liable for it.
Yeah, so we'll be doing the whole sign-in and registration, and I'm looking at, because I know I'm dealing with minors, I have to really get into that protection that I'm actually having a few people do the research on it. So before I actually fully launch, I will make sure that I have that minor protection in place.
Thank you.
Great. Were there any other questions from the judges?
I guess a practical question. With COVID going on and all sports being sidelined right now, how is that going to impact your business plan?
Great question. That's something that we, as my team, kind of decided on and really looked into, is with this, even though it's, a lot of people are going to have to look at their junior season, and as they can put all their information on there with videos and the coach recommendation, that's kind of what a lot of colleges are going to be doing, is they're going to have to gamble on last year and just hope for the best.
And any other questions from the judges? And just a reminder to everyone, if your microphones are turned on, make sure to please turn them off unless you are asking a question.
If we have time for one question, I did have one question for John.
Yes, sir.
The data that the college coach or recruiters are going to have is very high. How are you going to sort all that data? I might have 10,000 kids. Are you going to sort it using the McDonald's 5, 4, 3-star, or what sort criteria are you going to use for the athletes in high school?
Fantastic question. So for the coaches landing page on their end, they're actually going to be able to use it by filters. So if they're actually looking for a quarterback I'm looking for a quarterback that's 6'5", they're able to build that criteria, and they're going to get a list of those players. Once they click on that player's name, it'll actually send them to their player profile to get all that information.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, John. Thank you, judges. Next, we have Karina, who's going to be sharing with us information about her startup, SolaDel. And Karina, if you want to go ahead and set up your page and share your screen while the judges are inputting their scores.
Just go back to Zoom.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Great. And it looks like we are ready to go. So whenever you're ready, you're welcome to go ahead and start.
Hello, my name is Karina Rivera, and I am the CEO and founder of SolaDel Senior Monitoring Systems. I have over 15 years experience of working in the medical field and providing high quality care to the most disadvantaged community. The problem with my experience in working in the medical field is that elder abuse and neglect cases are on the rise due to the lack of transparency and visitation restrictions. By conducting primary research, we have found that 75% of elderly patients interviewed are terrified of being alone ever since visitations restrictions have been in place because they feel that their lives are dispensable. In addition, 65% of medical personnel are aware and concerned of this problem due to their own personal experience with elder abuse. Our solution to this problem is an application service that allows family members and caregivers to do real-time monitoring of the elderly patient regardless of whatever medical facility they're admitted to. And by listening to our first adapters, we had also featured our medication, mealtime, and unethical alert system in order to make sure that these elderly patients receive high quality care at all times. By understanding our market size, we know that 260 million people use smartphones, which is predicted to increase by 60% by the year 2022 because of COVID-19. Our target market lies on the 16.4 million senior citizens who are now admitted into health facilities. Our beachhead market is our elderly loved ones and also caregivers who will be using our service, our subscription-based service, and eventually will be using our service in clusters. How SolaDel differentiates itself from its competitors is that we have inputted 3 of the most important aspects in one platform. We also alleviated any patient activation, and we also offering family and caregivers to monitor different loved ones in different facilities, but we're also very feasible. Thank you so much for listening. And if you have any questions, please contact us at seniormonitoringsystems@gmail.com. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Karina. I appreciate that. Judges, any questions for Karina? Oh, Rose, if you're speaking, you're on mute.
No, I was just saying, wow. I have two elderly parents who live by themselves, and I would love to have the opportunity to be a tester on this platform. I don't have a formulated question, but bravo to the idea. It's so desperately needed.
Oh, thank you so much. That's fantastic to hear. Thank you.
And Karina, a bravo to you as well for just making this presentation happen, given your personal situation. It shows a lot of strength and courage and a lot of tenacity. And those are all things necessary to be a successful CEO. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. Absolutely. And now with my recent experience in these past 2 days, I know that this service is absolutely needed in the medical field and in order for us to monitor our loved ones, for sure. Thank you so much.
So I have to second that. I'm so proud that you came, glad that you came. Karina was having some medical problems in her family and still came today and showed up and gave a great presentation. So any other questions from the judges?
So I have a question, Karina. I double that what everybody said. When do you plan to have your first demo of this product out? And the second is that how do you plan to take it to the market through the nursing homes, or how do you plan to do this? Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so right now with the assistance of the rec, I'm going to be hopefully getting in contact with coders in order to implement this this application, and hopefully in a couple of weeks or months, we're hoping to launch it. We're also looking for donations for tablets in order to put these units into the actual medical facilities. We're speaking to the medical staff, said that they're willing to go ahead and assist us with this with our prototype too. I'm sorry, what was your second question?
How do you plan to take it to the market?
Yes, so right now, because everything is we're turning into a virtual world. So what we're doing is we actually reached out to a lot of people in social media, especially in Facebook, that has a lot of elderly care. And this is how we were able to get in contact of a lot of the medical staff and also the patients that were already admitted into either respite care or long-term medical acute centers that were actually willing to help us out in answering our questions and our surveys, but also willing to try out our prototype once it's out. So we know that by social media is one of our top platforms in order to get this out in the market as soon as possible.
Thank you, Karina. Just a quick comment, just so you know, the conversion rate of social media into actual service typically is 4 to 5% max, just so you know.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. And next we have Ray, who's going to be sharing with us information about TCXR, the Commons XR. So Ray, if you wouldn't mind sharing your screen. And we can go ahead and get started whenever you're ready. And just give a little, just a warning to the judges. Ray's from New York, and he has talks really fast, but I love it. I'm a fast talker myself, so. And Ray, whenever you're ready. And you're unmuted.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Greetings, I'm Ray Fryworth, CEO and co-founder of the Commons XR. The Commons XR is a digital educational content delivery platform that improves student engagement in the classroom, both on ground or online, by improving socialization and learning outcomes using real-time biometric data collected in a hardware-agnostic environment. As you can see from our slide, current student dropout numbers are big and getting even larger when we take into account the dramatic growth in online learning due to the current pandemic. Students need an online learning experience that is as equally rich and engaging as a classroom. Educators need a real-time assessment tool that will only allow early student intervention where needed. Institutions need a mechanism to protect against revenue loss because of poor engagement and student socialization, as well as loss of classroom environment. TCXR provides the solution. Designed as an accompaniment to online and on-ground classroom experiences, we enhance the educator's observational skills, not replace it. The Commons XR platform will enable the instructor and institution to identify at-risk disengaged students through tracked behavioral data in real time and after class delivery in a secure, protected form. We have a feature-rich MVP, some of which you can see behind me, and you can see at our website. What truly sets us aside is our tracking and analysis incorporated with specific educator features and functions in a class environment as shown on this feature set, especially helpful in a larger hybrid environment. Our marketing strategy is actually straightforward and three-tiered. We market to the needs and wants of today's education industry. We sell and market the need to institutional administrators. We sell and market the want to instructors that want better engagement. And we sell and market the want to students that want a more collaborative and visual experience. As you can see, we have a plan for next year. Thank you for taking time out of your day to hear us, and your input is always welcome. From the entire team, thank you.
Thank you very much, Ray. And if somebody, I think Claudia, if you could please mute yourself. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Some little bit of feedback there at the end, but we were able to hear all of it.
Hopefully you were able to hear me.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So judges, questions for Ray.
So I'm going to ask a question. Typically in a VR, you have maximum battery life is 20 to 25 minutes on a headset, right? And the VR fatigue is a very common phenomenon because of 120 hertz requirement of your both eyes, 60 hertz on each side. So can you elaborate that how come a student will be able to sit in a class for such a long time and still go through such kind of VR session, right?
Correct. Well,
so,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Answer.
Yeah, so it's a great question. The answer is quite simply, we are part of the class, not the entire class. So basically, it would be structured as would any class, where the first 15, 20, 30 minutes would be foundationally the instructor putting forward what is needed in that class. You would then enter into the experience about 15 or 20 minutes, and then you'd come out and you'd solidify the visual and the focus of whatever that classroom objects were. And so we're just helping that entire aspect of that particular classroom. We're not looking to do the whole thing in VR.
Okay. The quick one, how do you plan to integrate the contents of the class itself, if any, in this case, so that it can give them much better user experience to be able to people to be able to be part of this?
Sure. So we actually have 4 different mechanisms. What you're seeing behind me right now is a Theater 360. Right now there's a foyer. You can see a presentation that's behind me. We also have objects. So there's 4 major points to this. There's a presentation screen where students or teachers, instructors can put things up. We also have objects that you can pull up. We're in VR. So you'll be an object based. Right, that if you want to talk about slabs or things like that, which you may or may not see in time for this. You saw the theater, and we also have models, so you can actually walk into a completely created model for your class. Those will be grouped. That'll be per your class, because you might have 3 or 4 of this in your entire course for the semester.
So you do plan to work with each and every course content provider to integrate this? Absolutely.
And as a matter of fact, well, actually, yes and no, because some teachers, instructors may want to build their own, or we'll have an editor. You can see the model behind me now. Or some may want to pick up what's already out there. Think of it like a Netflix model, and they'll just purchase that as a licensing fee from whomever. And we will allow minor editing because not everybody wants the same thing, right?
That would be huge operating cost, by the way, isn't it?
No, SaaS. Basically, what you're doing is you're just reiterating and reusing. The ability to add objects is pretty straightforward. Graphic designers can generally create an object within good ones in minutes. You can pick up objects for $1 to $5 3D models right now. You can look those up.
Hey, Ray, I have a question for you.
Please.
Given the extensive resumes or the CVs of the whole team, and the sophistication of the team, I was just surprised that you were out looking for $650,000. Given what you shared on your long presentation, I would think that's not an obstacle for you. Why is it an obstacle?
It's not an obstacle. It's a first reach. This is our that would be our first take. We're self-funded at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
The challenge is at some point I've got to start paying people. And right now, this is all, we're self-funded. We're doing this on our own. I've got interns. As you can see, we've got great stuff going forward. But if you want to be commercial, we've got to have a help desk. This is where I have a lot of experience through Time Warner and Citicorp, where I was in the IT staff, running them actually worldwide. And so, you know, we have to build that out. You need a help desk. You can't have one of those, oh, we can't get to you, you know, on the help desk, right? If somebody has a problem, we need to get to them. We need to be very proactive. So that's where a lot of the cost would actually go, is making sure we keep our customers happy. And we have to deal with professors. All of you know how that goes. So yeah, a lot of hand-holding. That is where costs will go. I know, I see a couple of you smiling, so there you go. We actually have a professor on our, as a co-founder. So we let him run, and then we take notes and we make changes there.
So Ray, my question was not what you would do with the 650,000. It was rather, with the sophistication of the team, I would think you had, with a couple of phone calls, you could find that kind of money given the CVs of the team. That's what surprises me.
You are the first people listening to our pitch for money.
Ah. Oh, very good. Well,
we have not, thank you. I'm also a member of TCA, and I haven't even brought it there yet. So we're expecting to do the first round trench probably in October, November. We actually want to do 3 or 4 classroom experiences. We have a few of them already lined up. Thank you, Tanya, who's already volunteered. But we have others as well in the area. And yeah, we feel a little bit better if we actually have those under our belt before we go ask for money.
Makes sense. Thank you.
And Tanya did ask us to do a full-fledged pitch, so there you go.
All right.
So I'm going to ask a very quick one, if you don't mind. When do you plan to break even?
In 2022.
With which you had 1 million of income in that.
That's correct.
Expenses, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So what's kind of neat about this is that we think we can get close to break even in 2021. And this is just so the structural problem we have is in 2021, we're probably just doing licensing, no licensing fees and just lab fees for the students, which we, through a couple of trials and asking kids, it's about $100 is going to make it, right, for us, where kids are willing to pay for that for their course as a lab fee. After that, we're planning to do institutional licensing in 2022.
I'm going to cut you off there, Ray.
Thank you.
On time. Yep. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And, obviously, if we have questions at the end, we can all reach out to one another there, because I'm sure there are lots of questions that all of us have. VirtuRoad. Ria, are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
All right. Sounds great. Sounds great. So we have Ria is going to be presenting to us about their startup. Again, Ria is part of the cohort here at the rec of pre-college age students. So we're really impressed and excited by all the great things they've done. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Tanya. Hi, everyone. My name is Ria Chabra, and I am the CEO of VirtuRoad. The day I started driving, I was absolutely terrified. I needed a solution to face my fears of the road, but I wasn't the only one. In fact, 40% of teens and 25% of young adults are actually afraid to drive on the road. They are unable to think quickly on their feet and use their judgment in unfamiliar situations. For those nervous new drivers, like myself, VirtuRoad is the perfect answer. The product is a cost-effective, lifelike driving simulator that uses cutting-edge technology of virtual reality to give an immersive experience for the driver to practice. Using realistic vehicle components, VirtuRoad allows the consumer to learn how to drive in the comfort of their own home. These teenage and young adult new drivers can practice any driving scenario in a safe learning environment alongside instructions guiding them in a real-life location, unlike our competitors. To reach the 67 million new drivers in the US, VirtuRoad has 2 channels. 1, direct renting through our website, and 2, through partnerships with driving schools, which will result in about $13.6 million in revenue the first year we break even. VirtuRoad is currently in the process of working with developers and programming our prototype. We are looking for feedback and mentorship for our company so that we can grow and make VirtuRoad a reality. For more information about our company, our team, and our product, check out our website at virturoad.org. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ria. Appreciate it. So questions.
So I had a quick question. First, great job. Is that number the percentage of, students or high school students who are worried about driving? Is that number sort of static over time? Has it changed? Is that a part of sort of a trend of people being more afraid now than they were sort of in the past? I was just kind of wondering about that.
Yeah, the 67 million.
No. So you said 40% were like worried about driving. Like, is that going up? Is that like, where does that kind of number fit historically?
So that's like the average annual number of like percentage of teens. 40% is the teens, 25% young adults in the US who are nervous drivers. So that's kind of the annual average.
Okay.
And you don't know if it's going up or going down? That number?
Actually, I believe it is going up. Okay. As the numbers who don't have licenses in the US are increasing. And that is because they are nervous drivers or delaying or procrastinating their license.
Thank you.
I have a question. On the longer pitch, you talked about the distribution channel of driving schools, I believe.
Yes.
And is that a fragmented market? Are there national chains for driving schools? I always thought they were regional or local.
Yeah, so we are doing like regional. So our market scaling is where we will reach out to the percentage that is closest to California, and that includes driving schools. So we will first reach out to local driving schools before even hitting national.
But are there national chains of driving schools? Have you researched that?
We have not. We will look into that.
Okay. And just a thought to share with you, look into a company called I Drive Safely. Mm-hmm. Started here in San Diego about 15 years ago by some wonderful entrepreneurs, and there may be some synergies there for you.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much.
And I think AAA has national driving schools also, but it could be wrong. Other questions from the judges? Wonderful. Thank you so much, Ria. I appreciate it. Next, we have Ben, who's going to be talking with us about his startup, TekMate. And if we're ready to go, it looks like the judges are good in inputting their scores. Whenever you're ready, Ben, you can go ahead and take it away.
Sure, thank you. By 2030, 1 in 5 Americans will be 65 or older. These seniors already face many challenges, but the increased risk from COVID for people 65 plus have magnified these issues. Technology is one of the most effective solutions to many of these challenges, but 77% of seniors indicate they would need assistance in learning new technology. Seniors and older adults are frustrated and disadvantaged by the lack of senior-tailored tech training and assistance. My name is Ben Shapiro. I'm the CEO and co-founder of TekMate, where we are taking on the problems that seniors face with technology. TekMate is an intergenerational platform that connects older adults and seniors with tech-savvy college students for technology training. Pre-COVID, we were focused on in-person support, but have since pivoted to one-on-one remote support through audio or video chat. We're also testing a UI/UX mock-up of our digital learning center, which gives customers access to senior-tailored educational materials, classes. Our primary revenue streams include service fees from one-on-one sessions, a tiered subscription model to all of our services, affiliated commissions through our blog or recommendations to customers, and sponsorships of our live workshops and classes. As you can see from our customer testimonials, we've already made a significant impact on the lives of the B2C customers we've worked with. We just broke $1,000 in our remote support revenue last Wednesday and are on track to more than double our revenue by September 1st. We've also seen an interest in our services from B2B senior centers and small businesses, and are in the final stages of a contract with a local organization. The TekMate team is on a mission to empower people to live healthier, happier, and more productive lives through technology. If you align with our mission and believe you can add value to our team, please feel free to reach out to us through our website, email, or give us a call. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. And questions?
I have a question. What a brilliant idea. I think it's fantastic because all the seniors that I know from the baby boom era all are looking to enhance their technological knowledge. But in any event, for those seniors who are on a fixed income or a low income, does TekMate plan on having any sort of incentives or any programs for those seniors who can't afford your hourly rate or your subscription program?
Absolutely. So we've already been talking with grant writers and nonprofits about applying for grants, and we're working on an Eisner grant right now for $200,000 that could basically provide our services to an entire low-income senior center. But we've also talked about building out like a TekMate Foundation, which would make it a lot easier for us to get grants.
Ben, I have a quick question for you. Is this a service or there's an application associated with it which a senior will have to download on the platform?
It's a service. So it's a service that we're looking to productize eventually. So kind of the plan is provide the service, get all of the seniors and older adults comfortable with technology, and then if they're capable of doing online classes by themselves, they can subscribe to our digital learning center.
Okay, and so in terms of your financials, how big is the market?
Sure, actually I have that slide up right here in terms of, so this is our beachhead market, but the TAM is about, I'm trying to remember the exact number. I think Naveed's also on the call and he has that, but it's a pretty incredible amount.
Yeah,
so I can't remember it just off the top of my head.
I can jump in right now. So we find ourselves falling into the IT support and services market, which is over $15 billion. And that is a huge TAM, but we really wanted to focus on what our SOM is and focus in on our beachhead market because we're already targeting it right now.
And how do you plan to grow this? Because this is a very regional to some extent. How do you work with the seniors? Because people have to be comfortable about it and so on and so forth. Of course, it's an IT driven.
Definitely. So we plan to grow it through multiple channels, and we're seeing that through our remote service, it's much more scalable. We can reach a lot more seniors, and we're going to use that. We're going to scale through partnerships, through SEO. We've already been running Google Ads campaigns, which have been getting us a lot of calls, a lot of attraction to our website. And we will also be targeting gatekeepers, which is going to be essential. And the gatekeepers are the children or the grandparents of these seniors. And we'll be targeting them, you know, as a channel for them to purchase it or get the solution for their senior parent or grandparent.
Okay. And in terms of any specific platforms you will focus on, like phones or specific phones or laptops and stuff like that, how do you plan to address the matching of the service and the people who will be able to provide that?
So we plan to have each of our technicians be experts in certain topics, and seniors will be able to match with you know, that technician that, you know, is very tech savvy, for example, for Windows, or, you know, maybe they're, you know, very tech savvy for Mac, and that senior can simply just write down what device they have or what device they'd be looking for help with, and they'd be matched with that technician.
And you plan to build the L1, L2, L3 support system into this?
So not that complex of technical work. So the problems that we focus on are probably like the basic issues that a lot of younger students are already familiar and comfortable with, but getting to that level 2 and level 3 of IT support is not where we want to go and not where we see seniors needing help with. Is that what
No, this is how do I use FaceTime with my grandchildren?
Right. How to protect yourself on Facebook from privacy concerns, things like that.
Yeah.
I had a quick question. So with your subscription, how much time is the senior going to get in like a month to call you and get services?
Yeah, so we've still been working on what do we put in the description, how do we price it, but what we're kind of looking at is there would be a subscription to the Digital Learning Center. Then there would be the second tier where you get the Digital Learning Center and 2 sessions a month. And then the third tier would be, you get all of the stuff I just said, plus discounts in the in-person service.
How long are the sessions?
Oh, sorry, they're an hour.
You think that's enough for a senior?
Yeah, we've actually found that a lot of our customers want to stop at 50 minutes because it's too much information for them.
Okay.
All right, and I want to remind everybody to please mute yourself if you are not asking a question. And I think we can go ahead and end it there. If there's any other questions for Ben, we'll connect with him offline. We have next Adrian presenting on his startup, Genesis.
Awesome.
And whenever you're ready, you're welcome to start.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Adrian Armenta, and I am the founder and CEO of Genesis. Genesis is an e-commerce and lifestyle brand that creates wild animal-inspired apparel. Many of us already own animal imagery and printed product. All Genesis wants to do is provide some of these funds back to where they were derived. And this is due to over 60% of our wildlife populations already being depleted. On top of that, this is bringing in more interactions with wildlife that can potentially expose us to more deadly diseases and zoonotic diseases than COVID-19. So Genesis' solution is to have a product offering in terms of apparel, canvas artwork, and merchandise that provides 2% of our sales back to our network of nonprofits. And you can see here, our featured partner is the Australia Zoo Wildlife Wars Worldwide, a Steve Irwin family founded organization, and with Australia just losing 2 billion animals in the recent wildfires, very fitting for us. And why wear Genesis? So our activist following, we're built for the new generation that prioritizes sustainability. We have tremendous artists in our network right now on our team, and we are onboarding many more soon, as well as our giving culture. So we provide, again, 2% of our sales back. We're giving wildlife a voice, raising awareness. On top of that, we want to embed interactive material and QR codes onto our product that will be very transparent in terms of where this money is going, donation pages of our partners, and have wildlife videos and AR animations so that people can safely interact with wildlife. So thank you for your time today and for listening. Our current ask is to connect with more fashion retail, creative, and supply mentors. Here you can see some of the portfolio of animal imagery that Rohan, our Chief Branding Officer, has created. And we hope that you connect with us and that you enjoyed listening. Now ready to field questions and Q&A.
Thanks, Adrian. Question?
I have a quick question about the artists. Are those artists going to be employees of the company, or are they independent contractors? And then, of course, the animals that they create for the brand, are the artists featured with that particular? So talk a little bit about that. That'd be great.
So there's actually like 3 different categories of artists, I'll say. So that there'll be the apparel product people like Rohan who help us create our product. Those would most likely be on the team or be interning with us. So we're working with the USD Law Clinic, and they've written us contracts for student interns and for employees. And so we're actually a registered LLC here in California. And so that's the way that those would go. In terms of the canvas artwork, we have about 3 or 4 artists coming on board soon, and those are independent contractor agreements where they're going to license us their art, take a percentage commission of every sale, and then we would get the rest and donate the 2% on our end. And I guess the third portion is, again, that the student interns, on top of being in a class, some of them are in the rec incubator, some of them would be here at San Diego State University in their class doing like a graphic design capstone project. So there's little intricacies in the intern process as well.
Any other questions?
Well, here's a quick one. Have you guys thought about teaming with supplier partners? So you're not trying to learn a whole 2 or 3 different, new businesses, or buying from them and giving up a tremendous amount of margin.
What do you, I'm sorry, like are you saying like third-party drop shipping or like selling other people's product onto our platform, becoming more of a retail store? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, let's just talk about the apparel part. If
Yeah.
you're going to be you're doing the graphics and the art design. If you're going to start trying to buy your own apparel, that's a whole new business to learn, as opposed to partnering with a supplier who already is doing that.
Correct. So a lot of what we have right now, fundraising, is all other people's product that there's being supplied to us. We still want to carry that when we're creating our own as we grow and scale slowly. But I feel pretty comfortable in the process of supplying and custom doing merchandise because I've done it before. I'm studying at Pearson School of Design for streetwear online right now. And I spent the last 2-3 years working in the retail industry and specifically at the Deckers Outdoor Corporation, which holds a pretty extensive portfolio of brands. So I feel like we're ready to start venturing that out. And especially with the help of our mentors, we have many that I couldn't get to in this 2-minute pitch.
Very good, thank you.
Yeah.
Great, thank you so much. All right, so next we have Neighborly. CJ is going to talk to us about his new startup. And whenever you are ready to share your screen, CJ, I think we'll be ready to go very soon. The judges to input everything, but yeah, go ahead and share your screen.
Okay. 1 second. Trying to. Share computer.
And just so everybody knows that Neighborly is the second to the last pitch. We're gonna have one more pitch after Neighborly, which is Till. So if Till wants to get ready to go, and CJ, just so you know, it's the little green box at the bottom with the arrow pointing up. I know you know that, but just maybe if your computer.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I know you were having issues with your computer last night and had to borrow a laptop, so I totally.
Yeah, it's making me open system preferences. So.
Oh,
actually,
that's fine. If we need to switch the order, we can also do that. Maybe while you're looking at that, I'm actually going to. Did you want to switch order? Or
Yeah,
if not,
I can go ahead if CJ needs some time.
You want to do that?
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then you can figure out your laptop. You don't mind, Till?
No, I don't mind at all.
So we're gonna have Till go prior to CJ, and if you could, Till, go ahead and share your screen.
Sure.
Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Till.
And Till is these are old pros, right? They've been my students since. Was it last semester? When
last winter semester, so 2 semesters ago already.
It feels like time is so different to me now. Since COVID, I don't know if it's going too fast or too slow, but I know that it's just off for me. So, but at any rate, it feels like I've known them for a very long time.
And you helped us enough for 10 years, so.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, Till, whenever you're ready to go, if you want to share your screen, you can do that. Yeah.
Sure. I would not share my screen and just do it in person with my picture.
Yeah.
Cool. So, did you know that we actually waste 1/3 of the food we produce worldwide? A big part of the problem is the restaurant industry, which usually ends up with a surplus of their food at the end of their day. At Till, we're providing a solution for that by bridging the gap between restaurants that have a surplus and people that are looking for great food deals. So we're creating a win-win-win situation because the restaurants are not only cutting their losses on food waste and increasing their revenues, but they're also increasing their customer base and their brand awareness and reception, while the consumer gets a great deal and we're all together able to save precious resources. There are over 400,000 restaurants in the US that could profit from our service. If we could only secure 10,000 of them, our pilot data suggests that this would lead to an annual revenue of $65 million US, and we would be able to save 3.3 billion pounds of food every year. We have a great team together which covers every area, including Rahul, our in-team app developer, who created both of our apps, the one for the consumer side and the one for the restaurant side. We tested both in our latest pilot last week in Pacific Beach, which was a huge success. In addition to that, we are fully incorporated as a C Corp in Delaware. We have all the legal documents like contracts with merchants or terms and conditions for the app ready, and a marketing plan that just waits to be executed. In addition to that, we already secured 8 restaurant partners that are willing to start to work with us on a daily basis. So we're getting ready to make a little change in the world and help it for the better, hopefully. And right now we're signing on more restaurant partners for a big launch in San Diego. So if you know a restaurant owner or happen to be a restaurant owner on your own, please reach out to us and we would be super happy to help you or your friends. Thank you very much for your time and attention today, and I would love your feedback and questions.
Thank you so much, Till. And I will say this also about Till, if you didn't know, they were working on this idea very much, a large part of it while they were overseas, right? And half the team right now is still stuck at home in Germany. So yeah, they've been doing some, they've been making it work. They've been just like all of the entrepreneurs at the Rec, just scrappy and figuring it out and making it happen. And we're just really proud of everything that you've done.
Thank you, Tom.
Questions from the audience, or I'm sorry, from the judges.
So
I'm going to ask.
I have a question.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Is there so with pricing of the food that's at the end of the day, right, that goes to the people want to buy it, how are you working with restaurants to get that pricing piece right? Because obviously they don't want it too low, but then at the same time, they don't want it to just sit and nobody actually comes and gets the food. Are you providing them a floor, a minimum amount that the food goes for? Like, what does that look like?
Yes, great question, Alex. So our basic idea is that we want to give at least 50% discount to the customers to make it nice to use the app. You don't want to go on there and see like, oh, 10% and then scroll to all the offers to get a great deal. So for us, it's like you go on there, you get a great deal. And some restaurants are like, okay, but 50%, that's like a lot. But then what we tell them is, guys, look, you're going to throw this food away anyways. So you have all the production costs, you have all the ingredients costs. And if we can help you to just even cover fixed costs or keep your menu full, it's going to be great for them. In addition, we bring them customers who maybe never tried for full price. And studies show that 7 out of 10 people will come back to try to eat again for full price if they like it.
I have a question. First of all, a very noble cause, plus at the same time bringing the food waste to a low. In your financial model, you talked about $6 per average price, right? And 3 of those meals will go out. So now, if you look at the operating, then you have a 30-70 split, if I remember correctly, right? Yeah. So on average, based on your financial model, you'll be basically making restaurant will be making $12 for those 3 meals, right? Approximately from the revenue purposes. Is that enough for a restaurant to keep it open for a longer time after they close and provide a service? That's one. And the second is that when will this transaction will be completed? Because until somebody picks up or somebody just basically locks in onto the food on your app.
Okay, that are 2 amazing questions. So the answer to the first question is no. It wouldn't make sense for them to stay open longer. And that's why we operate our system in the last 1 or 2 business hours with them. Or whenever, imagine like we say before closing, but it could also be before the shift changes or something. So we don't want them to stay open longer. It's just when you start the day, it's really hard to forecast the demand. But if you're like 1 or 2 hours close to closing, for the most restaurants, it's getting slower and they know how much they have left over. So no, they don't have to stay open longer. The second question is that we started with the idea of the transactions completeness, like you buy in the app and you pay in the app. So the restaurant can be sure you go there and pick up the food, or at least to get paid. Then you get a QR code and scan the QR code at the restaurant. This worked perfectly for smaller, like mom and pop's restaurants, right. Not too much demand. But last pilot we tested with Ambrosia 15, and he has, I think, 15 employees on a weekend day, and it's just super, super busy. So they have a lot of orders. So we need to I talked to him and he told me we need to have a feedback. So we get the order and he has to accept the order and he has to say, okay, I accept it and it will be ready in half an hour. Because also he's kind of selling his pizza, so it has to be fresh. So we're just implementing this feedback mechanism right now for the transaction.
Okay. I also saw after 4 years, your still operating profit is still 18%. You start with 18%, you still end up at 18%, right? You have to go through all the operating cost structures in the middle, building the platform and so on and so forth. Can you elaborate on how you increase your operating profit? Because it's a services business, we're matchmaking basically, more or less.
Yes, great question. So to be honest, we're a super young company and our financial forecast is really like a shot, right? But our plan for the future is to definitely automate a lot. So what we're doing right now, if we sign on a new restaurant, it's a lot of work. It's going there, talking to them, finding out, and putting all the data together with them in our system, which is a lot of cost at the end. I mean, right now we are just all working for equity, but later on it would be high cost. So what we're doing is we're automating. So you go to our website and you click, hey, this is a great idea, I heard of it. The restaurant down the street does it. You reach out to us, you click, hey, I want to become a partner. And then we give you a form to fill in all the information. It goes directly into our app, totally automated. And we only need to be in touch with you maybe for a quick onboarding call or if you have any issues. And we think we can lower the cost drastically through that.
Thank you.
Hey, Till. We have time for one more?
One more, yep.
So Till, first, great model. I was very impressed. Two, I think you were the only long presentation that actually put a real pro forma in, which is critical to any VC investor. So congratulations on that. My question is, have you thought about modeling different percentages? You started at 30%, I believe.
Yes.
Have you thought about modeling that down depending on frequency use? You're not going to change the amount of extra food a restaurant has, but you need to motivate staff to actually input on a regular daily basis.
Yes, that's a great point. And we really started with the 30%, but already we were talking to Giacomo, who owns a chain of Italian restaurant, like I said, Ambrosia 15, and they're having so many sales with us that we're thinking even less than 30% would be profitable and also more attractive for them. Definitely, we are open to adapt.
Yeah, you should look at that model. It may be 30%, but if you input 5 out of 7 business days,
yes,
that drops to 25%.
Yes.
Because you can't change the amount of extra food they have, but you can change that the general manager or somebody on staff actually does the input 2 hours before close.
That's a very good point, Robert. Thank you. I'm definitely gonna bring that up to the team. That's really good. Thank you.
Thank you.
I do want to say one thing just in defense of the other student founders. They are, the pro formas are actually going to be in the next pitches that we give in the spring.
Ah, very good. I look forward to seeing them.
Yeah, absolutely. And we all, just so everybody knows, we all are, well, those who would like to go to Ambrosia 15 after this, that's where we're actually going to be having a little after party for those of you who want to go there, as long as you have a mask, right? You can come. So thank you very much, Till. Thank you. We have one more. If CJ was able to get that up and running, CJ, were you able to share your screen?
Yeah, we should be good to go.
Okay, sounds great. And if not, we can do just like Till did, talk, right?
Cool.
That was perfect. You can see it.
Can you guys see this?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. All right. One sec. All right. Hello, we are Neighborly. My name is CJ Bumate, and I'm the CEO and founder of Neighborly. As you all know, COVID-19 has impacted all of us and taken a toll on people and businesses everywhere. Some of the people being hit the hardest are your local vendors at your neighborhood farmers markets and swap meets. Especially amidst our current conditions, people need all the extra revenue they could get. Restaurants have Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates, Grubhub. Many storefronts and businesses have Yelp. But who is helping out the average person with nothing but a booth and a dream? That's where Neighborly comes in. Neighborly is a mobile app that gives users the ability to find flea and farmers markets in their area, as well as support all their local vendors. Farmers markets, and especially flea markets, have been getting a lot of attention in recent years, specifically niche secondhand clothing vendors at these markets. That secondhand market industry alone is huge and is growing rapidly. It's set to hit $64 billion in the next 5 years and overtake traditional clothing retail and secondhand storefronts. Additionally, online secondhand market is a bright spot in the broader COVID retail slump. Online secondhand is set to grow 69% between 2019 and 2021, while the broader retail sector is projected to shrink 15%. As far as our demo, we're finishing up wireframing where we will show different vendors, different markets, when they will occur, and what vendors will be there. and vendors will be able to show all their products and have a business profile on the app. Customers will be able to pick up and purchase through the app, and for freemium users, they could get local goods delivered to them. In terms of the business model, we're a two-sided market and already have multiple vendors on standby and ready to be onboarded as soon as the app is finished. We employ a freemium business model for both users and vendors. In terms of our ask, all we ask are for feedback and advice. We're open to all criticism. We just want to grow and learn as much as possible. We're also open to mentors as well as team members, as this has been a solo operation for a long time, but it recently onboarded 2 more members and began to make a lot more momentum. Below is our website, Instagram, and Facebook. And you can feel free to reach out to us if you would like to speak. Thank you.
Thank you, CJ. I have a quick question. How there are apps already available, like Nextdoor is one. The other one is OfferUp, for example, and where we see the vendors already there who are providing such kind of products. I do see that you have, and these products you can buy them directly over there. So how do you differentiate among those?
How we differentiate among them is that we are actually focused on the niche vintage secondhand clothing resellers, which is why I originally started in the first place, being part of a military family. I was looking for this community, and until I got more involved into the scene, there was so many of these vendors in San Diego itself. So that's where we're going to put an emphasis at. And like I said in my long form presentation, Kobe Swap Meet was actually been running since 1980 and almost lost its lease last year. But they saw an uptick in younger traffic due to these secondhand clothing resellers. And they were actually able to renew their lease when they brought more of these vendors in. So, and all the vendors surrounding them benefited from the extra foot traffic.
Yeah, but my question is, how would you compete against OfferUp, apps like OfferUp, which has a valuation of, if I recall very well, $2 billion right now. And it basically brings all what they've done is they've taken the Craigslist and just made it, and Craigslist is a swap meet equivalent, if you look at it from that perspective, online. And how do you compete against that?
So for OfferUp, there is no, like I said, the clothing resellers, they're not present on OfferUp. And a lot of the younger our initial target market, OfferUp really does nothing for them in terms of vintage clothing. So that is where we're going to put our emphasis on, and we'll just be a hub for that initially.
And what's your business model?
So our business model is a two-sided market. We want, and it's a freemium app. So we're going to have these resellers have a profile, and a lot of them are using Instagram right now, which is not ideal because they're not able to advertise all their products on there. So we're going to have them set up their products through there and direct all the traffic through them.
How are you going to make money?
Through ad space as well as a freemium service. So we're going to allow users to purchase the products through the app and pick them up in person. For freemium users, we're going to be able to deliver it to them in person.
And you take any transaction
yes.
revenue? How much is that percentage?
So far, I think honestly we need to explore that a little bit further. As I said, it's been a solo operation. So right now we're just working on wireframing, but I will definitely look further into that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, CJ. Bob, did you have a question? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off if you were asking there.
No, I'm great.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Great. So thank you, CJ. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate all of your input. I appreciate all the hard work. I appreciate everyone. So what we're going to do now is the judges and I are going to a break room, and we'll come back and we will make the announcements after we tabulate everything. We'll come back as soon as we can. Right, we'll be back as soon as we can. We had anticipated about 12:20, but I think it'll be closer to 25. So we'll be back. You guys ready to hear who won?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to, we have several awards. Some of the awards were chosen by the, student interns, and some of them were chosen by the judges. Most of them were chosen by the judges, but we all collaborated and we have them now to read. So I'll start with some of the extra awards, and I will go to my page here, and we'll start with, okay. So the first award that we have to announce is the most timely venture, So the venture that's right now the most relevant, and that is MedAlert. Congratulations. Next, we have the best social venture, and the best social venture was chosen as TekMate. You guys can hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. I saw applause. The best woman-owned business was TrendBook. Congratulations, Karen. This award was for the best tech solution, or the solution that used technology the best, and that was VirtuRoad. Congratulations, VirtuRoad. Okay, the most scalable business, or the business with the highest growth potential, is Sports Recruiting 365. Congratulations, John. The best pitch delivery, and this was based on the long pitch, not the short pitch, Till. Congratulations. Most innovative business and most creative solution was Off-Grid Technology, OGT. The best designed pitch deck, most visually appealing, was TrendBook. Congratulations, TrendBook. Most heartfelt and passionate pitch was delivered by Karina from SolaDel. The Wellbeing Award, the company that was felt to have the biggest impact on customers' health and well-being is Cloud Club. Cloud Club, I'm Paula. Congratulations, Paula. And the Lifestyle Award, the company that will have the biggest impact on customers' actually lifestyle is Bridge. The company that has the best online presence is ASE, that's All Source Events. And the company that has the biggest impact on the community is Till. Congratulations, Till. Now, for the awards that have prizes, cash prizes, cash prizes. Well, I'll tell you actually what the prize is, and then the award. So the third place award is, I believe, it's either it's one of two different awards. You have either the, what's that?
It's the Minute with Mike Clark.
Thank you. Minute with Mike Clark. So you get to do an extra video with Mike Clark, and you saw how cool those commercials are. So you have another commercial with Mike Clark, and the winner of the third place is, let me open this up. Third place goes to, where are we? Third place goes to, I know who this.
Should I announce it?
No, I can see it. Yeah, actually, no, I'll announce it. It's OGT, Off-Grid Technologies. Congratulations. Honestly, I was going to call them Heck, which was their original name. So I love your new name much more. Congratulations. That's especially impressive considering that every single person on that team is in high school, right?
Wow.
Yeah, seriously, shocking. They did such a great job. And I cannot wait to try to come to market. Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
Super impressive. So second place, what's the second place prize? I know what the second place prize is. It's actually getting a crowdfunding campaign built and with Alex, and he has lots of experience helping you to design that crowdfunding campaign. So he's going to help you to do that. Congratulations. To second place goes to, where do we have it here? TekMate. Congratulations, TekMate. And I have to, my mom needs that. I need to hook up with you guys to get that for my mother. And first place award gets trained to present at the San Diego Angel Conference. And first place goes to Till. Congratulations, Till.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you to everyone. And good job, everyone.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Yeah, congratulations, everybody. I'm so honored to be a part of this, and I cannot wait to see all the amazing things that are going to come of this. I did want to say that the judges are going to share their contact information with the teams, and I'll put that into the recap form because they're excited about your ideas too. So yeah, it's very exciting. If any of you need any help getting in touch with any of these teams, just let me know and I'll be happy to put you in touch with them. I'm going to put in the chat right now the address for the restaurant. If any of you want free pizza, I'm buying pizza for everybody, pizza and a beer if you want to come. Just don't forget your mask, right? And anybody have anything else to add?
Weren't there 2 other awards?
Oh, there's 2 other awards. Yes,
yes,
there are 2 other awards. The 2 final awards we have. These were voted by the startups, and they chose the best. What's the name of the award?
Best
No, not the best
mentor. No, not. It was
most supportive intern or something like this.
Most supportive intern.
Yeah, the best intern basically, and it actually went to 2 interns. They got the most votes, and those interns are Adrianna and Kiara. Congratulations. And those are the 2 people who actually helped put this event together. Yay, thank you so much. And yeah, thank you. And the most supportive mentor award gets to actually go away on a 3-day vacation to, it's my cabin up in Idlewild. And it's so lovely. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 nights, 3 days. And the most supportive mentor, or who's given the most support to the most teams, is Alex Triner. Thank you so much, Alex. So congratulations. All right, everybody. Thank you. Great job. And can somebody drop the address into the chat? Oh, thank you, Suganya. You just did it. Of course, she always knows what I'm thinking. Thank you, Suganya.
Hey, Tanya, before we all come off, I just wanted to tell you this was a wonderful event. Congratulations for pulling it off for the whole team, yourself and the whole team. Doing this all virtually, especially I didn't know that you guys had started just at the time we all had to go virtual. It's really impressive, and it's a great group of people, and I wish you guys the best of luck in the future.
Well, you're not gonna, now that we've kind of hooked you in, you're not going anywhere. So
happy to help. My honor and pleasure to help.
Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to get to know you over this, and I really appreciate it. So thank you. Anybody else have anything to add before we?
So first of all, thank you very much, Tanya. Great event. I think all teams did well. Some were a little bit more advanced than the others, but I think the next competition, everybody will come through in a more balanced approach as well. So I don't think that anybody who has not won doesn't mean that they just stop here. There's a lot more to do moving forward for everybody. There's one question I do have is what time we are meeting at the restaurant?
Well, it was going to be at 1, but that's not going to happen. I'd say that we'll be there at 1:30 now. Claudia, I think we're gonna have to set up
I can call Kamo and let him know that you guys are on your way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, so is 1:30 okay? Do you guys think we can be there at 1:30? I don't want to be too late for Giacomo, so, but it'll take me a little while to get there, so.
It's a 30 minutes drive.
Yeah, it's a 30-minute drive. So let's say, Suganya, let's say 1:45.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell him that you guys are just preparing to be on your way. So anytime by 2, you should all be there.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. That's perfect. Yeah. So anybody else have anything that they need to add? If not, I'll see you over there.
I just want to very quickly say thank you for having me here for the judging part of this. It was incredible, and I had no idea that some of you were high schoolers. So I really just want to give kudos to everybody. You guys all did a fantastic job, and I'm very much impressed. So great job, guys, and congratulations to all the winners.
Thank you so much. And you know, she had the pitch decks since yesterday, and then still didn't realize they were high schoolers. That is so impressive. I mean, yeah, I'm so proud of them. But thank you so much. Everyone.
As always, congrats.
Thanks, Alex. I'll talk to you soon. I'll see see you at the next weekly meeting where I'll bombard you with questions.
Thanks
So,
everybody for showing up, making this a great event.
thanks,
Thank you,
Steve.
guys. Thank you
Right,
very
well,
much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Take care. Bye.